I was a towhead, skinny kid up in Michigan. Up past White Cloud, where pure waters flow and the north begins. Paradise of white oaks, bracken ferns and two-track roads. Blueberries, bluegills, and flat-bottom boats. And this North Country road still works its charms. Windows down, sun's on my arm. The trees are bigger, I'm a little older now. Lake County, poorest in the state, Michigan. Kind of place kids dream of leaving, never coming back again. Bought night crawlers from a man with a hand-painted sign. One of the 1 in 4, scraping by way below the poverty line. And I thought I knew what I would do. Spend every day fishing the bottom of my canoe. The trees are bigger, I'm a little older now. 200 years ago, they sectioned off the whole damn state. They took the white pines, left slash piles. There was a reckless waste. Yeah, it was boom times, and the wildfires raged for days on end. They cut it all down, let it burn to sand, and they left it for dead. By 79, little white pines coming up again. Now the white pines are pushing up over the oaks to my old eyes. It looks like hope. The trees are bigger, I'm a little older now. This North Country road still works its charms. Windows down, sun on my arm. The trees are bigger, I'm a little older now. The trees are bigger, I'm a little older. Whoops. Yeah. So it's about going up to northern Michigan as a kid Um, and we didn't go real far. We didn't go to the fancy part of Northwest Michigan where Jim Harrison used to hang out very often. We didn't go up to Traverse City and Leelanau Peninsula and stuff like that. We went to a place that was a little bit more ramshackle, closer to home, about an hour north of Grand Rapids. And in the towns around there, like Bitely and Baldwin, I sort of saw the other side of the paradise that I experienced out on the lake in the beautiful oak forests of the Manistee National Forest. And those little glimpses of pretty severe poverty sort of, stuck with me. And I didn't know what to do with it when I was a kid. It didn't make any sense to me. And then learned about the environmental history of that area, and of so many other parts of the country where extractive industries really transform the landscape and the environment, and took a lot away from the richness of the environment that had been there. In this case, they just stripped these huge white pine trees off of the landscape of Michigan in a matter of a few decades in the 1800s, late 1800s. And in the aftermath of that, there were huge fires. There was one in Peshtigo, Wisconsin. It's very famous. The Great Chicago Fire was seasonally in the same era as these other massive slash pile fires that were happening throughout the upper Midwest. And the trees that came back after that were mainly oak trees. They had some fire resistance to them, and they had some dispersal mechanisms that allowed them to come back faster. So when I was a kid, it was all white oak trees. They were kind of short and stunted because of the low nutrient situation. It was very sandy soil, and I'm sure all those huge fires didn't leave a whole lot of quality organic material left in the soil. So it was a stressful environment. Bracken ferns everywhere, which are an indicator sort of poor soil and drier conditions. And just here and there coming up, little white pine trees. And I noticed that more and more in the 80s. And then when I went back after gaining some education, I really noticed it in the kind of late 90s, early 2000s. They were just kind of working their way up through the oak trees, and they're shade tolerant, which is unusual for a pine. So they were able to do that. And now some of them are taller than some of the taller oak trees, and it's an environment that's in recovery. I hope well for the people of that area too. I understand the poverty rate is not as bad as it was at its worst in the 70s, when it was 1 in 4 easily in poverty, and most people just scraping to get by, even if they cleared that line. There's a big community of Black people in that area, in Woodland Park and around Bitely, which was a remnant of a resort that was there during the Jim Crow days. And all the big time performers of that era would come through and play. And it was a Black resort with Black music for Black people. and black people worked there, and other people came. I think maybe the gangsters would go up there and take in the music and other entertainments. And all that kind of went away in the 50s and 60s. And yet a lot of the people that were associated with that, worked there, whatever, remained in the community. So it's an unusual mix of poor rural whites and poor rural blacks, and a lot of enduring poverty in that area. But I think there have been some improvements, and I hope well for those people in that place. And I know that recently they've started to have a festival, specifically the black folks, celebrating their music and remembering the heyday of Woodland Park and the many resorts that were there, like in the clubs like the Flamingo Club and others. So let's try to find some hope amid darkness, and educate ourselves, and when we're making sense of things, extend generosity toward good people who are trying to make a way in tough circumstances.